The scoreboard says 1-1, but the story of tonight's game is messy. A single night where a new signing rose to the occasion, while the team around him reminded everyone how fragile momentum can be. Joan Garcia arrived in a Barcelona shirt with expectations to challenge and settle, and in Vallecas he produced a string of saves that looked like a man determined not to let his side fall apart. For more than an hour, Garcia stood as a last line of resistance, diving, stretching and commanding his area in ways that kept Barcelona very much in the hunt. Yet football rarely hands out tidy narratives, and the very performance that earned him praise also highlighted a worrying truth. This was a night where one player's excellence masked multiple collective problems. The equaliser came from close range, a scrappy moment born from pressure and turnover, the sort of finish that exposes sloppy passing and slow defensive reactions. It was a reminder that clean sheets and saves are only part of the equation. How a team builds and retains control across 90 minutes decides results. Frenkie de Jong's return to the starting should have felt like reinforcement, but instead it became a flashpoint. Frustration spilled over when VAR technology faltered, moments of uncertainty punctured the flow, and a controversial stoppage around a penalty call involving a young attacker added to the chaos. De Jong's visible irritation wasn't just the reaction of a single player. It was emblematic of the match's rhythm, the stop-start impulses, and the deeper irritation of a side that couldn't find its usual poise. The pitch played its part too. When the surface offers less time on the ball and forces quicker passes, errors multiply and game plans unravel. Barcelona's turnover count was higher than expected. Passes that usually slide into dangerous spaces were misjudged, and under that pressure Rayo made the most of the smaller moments. Tactically, this game should be a wake-up call. Relying on individual brilliance cannot replace basic ball security and positional discipline. Coaches and fans will pore over clips of Garcia's saves. They deserve the applause. But they'll also replay the sequence that led to the equaliser, because those moments are the ones that decide championships. If Barcelona's title ambitions are serious, the team needs a sharper collective identity on days when the ball becomes heavy and the opponent presses aggressively. The VAR interruption adds a worrying layer for everyone who cares about match integrity. Technology that flickers in key moments muddies decisions and leaves players, coaches and supporters feeling shortchanged. Beyond tonight's result, there's a broader lesson. Fine margins can be swallowed up by avoidable mistakes, and while a goalkeeper can stop shots, he cannot stop recurring turnovers or systemic lapses. There are positives to carry: Garcia's confidence, the fact that the team didn't collapse after conceding, and that players like De Jong are still prepared to fight and call attention to problems. But positives must be translated into process, cleaner possession under pressure, clearer communication when VAR becomes a factor, and tactical tweaks to ensure the midfield doesn't leak control. Tonight was a snapshot of contradictions, a heroic performance that deserved a cleaner outcome, a draw that offered a point but raised alarms, and a team with the raw talent to dominate but the lapses that can cost a title. Barcelona must treat this result as the warning it is, celebrate the saves, listen to the frustrations and fix the fundamentals quickly, because in La Liga the difference between lifting a trophy and looking back with regret often comes down to nights just like this one.